You walk into the kitchen. You had a reason. You were completely sure of it 30 seconds ago. And now you're standing under the fluorescent light, staring at the refrigerator with absolutely nothing. It happens to everyone. And most people laugh it off as a senior moment, a distraction, a sign they're spread too thin. But the real reason is far stranger than you think. It's not about age. It's not about your phone. Your brain did it on purpose. Here's what's actually happening inside your skull. Your brain does not store memory the way a filing cabinet does. It stores it the way a stage manager runs a play. Every scene gets its own set of props, its own lighting, its own cast. When you move from one room to another, your brain doesn't just change locations, it changes acts. In 2011, psychologist Gabriel Radvansky at the University of Notre Dame ran a series of experiments that revealed something that changed how scientists understand memory. Participants played a simple video game where they carried objects from room to room. Some crossed through doorways, others walked the same physical distance but stayed in the same room. Then they were tested on what they were carrying. The people who crossed doorways forgot significantly more. The doorway itself triggered the forgetting. Radvansky called it the event segmentation theory. Your brain organizes experience into discrete episodes, like chapters in a book. Each chapter starts fresh, and a doorway, any transition between defined spaces, signals to your brain this chapter is closing, start the next one. The memory of why you came into the room belongs to the last chapter. You just told your brain to archive it. This isn't a flaw, it's a feature. For most of human history, your brain's ability to context switch rapidly was exactly what kept you alive. When you moved from one environment to another, the threats changed, the priorities changed, the rules changed. Your brain learned to flush the old context and load the new one instantly. A hunter moving from open grassland into a forest couldn't afford to be mentally stuck back in the clearing. But here's the part nobody tells you. It doesn't just happen with physical doorways. Radvansky's follow-up research showed that the same forgetting effect occurs when you cross a mental threshold. Switching apps on your phone, opening a new browser tab, changing the subject of a conversation. Your brain treats all of these as doorways. Every transition is an invitation to close one chapter and open another. Your attention isn't scattered. Your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do. It's just doing it in a world that wasn't designed around it. And there's a way to use this. Researchers at Bond University found that returning to the original location where you first had a thought dramatically improves recall. Walk back into the room you started in, and the memory often returns without effort. Because your brain stored that thought in that chapter, and returning reopens it. The environment was the container for the memory all along. So the next time you walk into a room and your mind goes completely blank, you're not losing it. You're watching one of the oldest systems in the human brain do exactly what it was built to do. Your brain just closed a chapter. Walk back through the doorway. The chapter is still there. It's just waiting for you to reopen it.